Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations. Brothers and sisters, welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program on the market here or anywhere else in the world. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have a doozy. If you're looking for that power, you're looking for that potential, ready for it to be unleashed, well, tonight we are going to be diving headfirst into a sister theme from last Thursday. That's right. Tonight we'll be looking at how much better it feels to be better than other people. That and much more tonight on Explorations. Namaste, my explorers. How are we all doing tonight? Give yourselves a round of applause. It's Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. The program with which we explore the universe both inside and out to unlock and unleash the power coursing through our veins even as we speak to one another right now. Now, this power, there might be something resonant about speaking about your power and potential in this way. But let me just say this right up top. This power is your right to feel a resonance, but right to be a little suspicious of somebody saying, hey, right, I've got an external thing for you to employ, a workout, a diet, maybe a degree or something, some way to get at that power, to build the power. Ladies and gentlemen, we operate on a very simple and ancient premise here at Explorations, that we are here to tap into what we refer to as the power of the next level. I'm going to say that again. We here believe that each of us have a power and potential coursing through us, percolating inside of us. And we refer to this as the power of the next level. Ladies and gentlemen, this power is not something out there, not something that you got to work out for, not something you got to get the right job for, not something that you got to find that right partner for, the right set of partners for. Ladies and gentlemen, this power is inside of you, waiting to be unleashed, simply by virtue of being. Ladies and gentlemen, each and every single one of us are extensions of the universe that we see around. We are made of star stuff, as the once alive Carl Sagan said, right? As Carl Sagan said, we're just star stuff. And then the New Age came along, Timothy Leary and the like. They said, no. We're not just the universe observing itself. No, we are the universe experiencing itself. And ladies and gentlemen, we take it one step further. We are the universe enduring itself in its final moments. In many ways, this is the most important personal power program that you can find, the final personal power program that you can find. And by virtue of this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not here to mince words. I'm not here to mess around. I'm not here to play those games. I'm not here to play tiddlywinks. I'm not here to play jacks. I'm not here to play hopscotch. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to give you the tools you need to unlock and unleash the power of the next level. Can I get a namaste in chat, please? Can I get a damn namaste in chat, please? Namaste. Thank you so much. I love fresh memes. Board game. Pepperoncini asks, board game. That's so funny. I would rather actively cut my hand off than have to sit down and play a board game. That people do it really speaks to the spiritual depravity of our time. That people sit around that dining room table, that coffee table, that etc. table, and choose to play a board game speaks to the spiritual death of modernity. Sucking on my titties like you wanted me, call me all the time like Blondie. Check out my Chrissy behind, it's fine all of the time. Brother Framwayard, namaste. Thank you so much to Brother Framwayard for that beautiful thing to share with us. Namaste. Hold on. Why can't I see more? Why can't I see my notifications? I want to see all of them. Give me all the notifications. Give me them all. I can't get enough of these. Namaste. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much from Brother Framwayard tonight. Blessings and namaste to you. We got 13th Juggalo on a 30-stream streak. Guys, can we get a namaste in chat for Brother 13th Juggalo? Holy moly. 30 streams in a row. Somebody's an explorer. Somebody is committed to the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste to 13th Juggalo. Namaste. Well, guys, here we are. Oh my goodness gracious. Pepperoncini with a communal vision kicking off a you-know-what. Can't wait to get into that. I almost got started on our theme tonight. The Pythagoreans played games and ate fruit and fucked each other all day and night, and they come from ancient wisdom. Listen, I'm not gonna let's give credit to where credit's due, but the Pythagoreans were a bunch of perverts. And I don't mean that in a good way. I mean that in a bad way. If you were a little kid down in the Pythagorean village, you better look out. You better look out, little kitty, because Pythagoras is coming along. He's got a taste for you. Namaste, yes. The Arabs invented waxing pubic mounds. Namaste to Arabs. Oh, namaste, Stone Monster. Blessings to you. 50 bits from Stone Monster. Pepperoncini. Namaste to you. Appreciate that as well. Pepperoncini kicking us off. We have Pepperoncini today for sending this Jazz Express out of the Jazz home station tonight. Namaste. Ladies and gentlemen, Horror with 3 bits. Namaste. Stone Monster coming in with those 5 biddies. Larry Picklejar, 500 bits. Blessings. And guys, can we get some... Guys, this is, I think we're seeing a pattern with somebody. We have a returning explorer among the ranks of explorations. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Larry Picklejar rejoining us. Namaste. Larry Picklejar rejoining us. Namaste to Larry Picklejar.
Really
Listen, when I saw you cancel Jen the other night, I can't begin to describe the sort of the weight lifted off of my heart that I didn't even know. There was a boot on my heart. Cooker Pie, 25 community, holy freaking moly, namaste. Cooker Pie dropping shooting a massive load into the mouth, ass, and vagina of the program. Namaste, Cougar Pie. Beefy mask Cougar Pie getting up on that mound tonight. Namaste to Cougar Pie, 25 community subs. Or really, well, just go with it. Lewis _ namaste with that prime. Thank you so much. And Trav, you're not sneaking by me with that sub. You're not sneaking by me with that sub. Cougar Pie, still those alerts showing up on screen. I am overjoyed to receive those alerts. Namaste to Cougar Pie. Great to see you. Great to feel your presence tonight. Blessings and namaste to our sweet Cougar Pie. Namaste. Pepperoncini getting out a sub to Sister Hypocryptomatic. Namaste to both of you guys. Both of you. Congratulations to Hypocryptomatic on that gifted sub, a full-fledged member of Exploration with Leslie Tanner now. Namaste to you. Namaste to you. Namaste. Ooh! Oh my gosh, beautiful night. Tonight, guys, as you might have noticed on the bottom of the screen, we're getting into a little something called being better than others. Being better than others and how good that feels. Namaste, everybody. A seemingly simple theme, but with massive, massive consequences for the soul, mind, and body of all explorers, hungry and thirsty for the power of the next level, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, what I have you lined up for tonight is going to change the rest of your life. Things will be different after tonight, let's just say that. Let's just say that. Doofus Dusseldorf, great to see you, brother Doofus. Namaste to Doofus. Ooh, girl, yes. Wow. Namaste. Just a little bit of a jazz, a little bit of a spiritual exercise. Now, a lot of people complain to me. They say, Leslie, I don't like the jazz part. I wish that part would stop. Listen, I find a lot of you come here because you find the program to be amusing, right? You find the program to be funny, because we do have a lot of fun here. And don't get me wrong, I love having fun with you. I cherish having fun with each and every single one of you. Don't get that wrong, all right? Do not mistake me on that front. But we are not a comedy outfit. We are not here for entertainment. We're not here to make 5-second little jokes and gifs for you to take home and just watch on loop on your phone and numb yourself to the reality in which you find yourself every day. No, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. This is an invective. This is a poison. This is something to further corrode that body and mind around the ultimate failure inside of you, and therefore the power of the next level. We are here to conjure the defeat that is awaiting inside of you, that you spend your whole lives avoiding, and therefore avoiding the power of the next level. So if you find yourself having fun, great. But if you find yourself watching something like the jazz and not having fun, good, exactly. And now if you're not ready to not have fun, if you're here to have fun, oh yeah, quick, go, jack it off. We're all jacking off, right? We're all jacking off and shooting tiny little loads, completely unaware of the depth and viscosity of the load that we could be shooting out at any moment in time. Now, if you find yourself watching something like that, Jazz, you find yourself steeped into a conversation that is extremely unpleasant, then ladies and gentlemen, that means that you're here, and that means that you're doing the work of the program, and that you are taking step after step towards unlocking and unleashing that potential inside of you. And I know ultimately that is why you are here. You are here to do exactly that. As if you're just looking for a parasocial, good time, hard nipple jack off session, listen, there are innumerable streams to go find. Close this tab, go to the search engine, and find a little buddy. Because tonight, I'm going to be more than your buddy. Tonight, I am going to be your Leslie Tanner, and I am going to give you the most effective personal power program in the country. Goliath Namaste. Resubbing for the 29th month. My ankle is swollen. My doctor told me it was gout. I ate a pound of shrimp for lunch to prove him wrong. Namaste. Namaste. No experts, no answers. Goliath really embodying that theme for us tonight. Thank you so much, Goliath. Can't thank you enough for that. Blessings and namaste to Goliath. Oh. Namaste, everybody. Namaste. It feels good to be here. Beautiful Tuesday night. Here we are, getting settled in, getting riled up, getting excited. As you can see on the screen, right below the screen, but let's go ahead and put it on the screen. Tonight we're getting to It Feels Good to Be Better Than. It feels good to be better than. So, ladies and gentlemen, those of you that were with us on Thursday night and witnessed the power of the theme that we explored on Thursday, you really got a front row seat to the power of how bad it feels to be less than. How bad it feels to be less than. Cougar Pie, my non-crazy friend, is going to call in. Hope it goes okay. Beautiful stuff. Cougar Pie, blessings. Listen, just in case she's watching right now, tell her, I hope that she sees how eager I am to speak to her, and how much I believe in her, and how much I absolutely believe that this program can put her on a path of and I don't mean this lightly, empowerment, true unlocking power. Listen, you have been failed by too many people in your life, Kook's friend, okay? You've been failed by too many people in your life, and I can imagine it ranges from parents to other relatives, to teachers, to coaches, to therapists, to social workers, maybe judges, lawyers, depending on how colorful your life has been. But I'm telling you, here is where you need to be. This program is what you need. This program will not let you down. Namaste. Now, guys, so first, before we get into the business, yeah, well, let me finish my thought. On Thursday, we're getting, it feels bad to be less than. So a lot of you are disabled. A lot of you are poor. A lot of you have just really unpleasant personalities, and you understand that immediate experience of being less than, right? You get that it feels bad to be less than, discounted, left out, excluded, marginalized all the time. And this feels bad. Well, tonight we're taking a look at the other side of the coin. How much better it feels to be better than. It feels good to be better than. Now, this could range from anything, and we're going to hear from a variety of voices tonight, as we always do, and I'm very excited to hear from some of you. I'm hoping we get a couple calls back from Thursday, but so this, you know, to open up the most obvious examples, some of you have more money, right? I know that. I know some of you are well off in the chat right now, and you understand immediately how good it feels to be better than, to be wealthier than, to have a better, richer life, full of comforts and joys and convenience that people don't even, you know, that they won't even allow themselves to think about because it just brings them immediate pain that they'll never experience it. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from my rich. I want to hear from my wealthy. I want to hear from my able-bodied. I want to hear from my athletes. I want to hear from my jocks. How good does it feel to be able to move around with your arms and legs and not be in pain? Maybe jump real high. Maybe do a slam dunk. Maybe some of you can do a slam dunk. And as we get into that, we're going to be diving headfirst into the myriad ways that it feels good to be better than. The pleasure that we feel from being superior to, for having better stuff, better life, more, you know, maybe cognitive ability, right? It feels good to be smarter than other people. These are, you know, we're just at the tip of the iceberg tonight. I want to hear from everybody. And listen, there's one in particular, that bebop guy. I want to hear from you because you were getting into a strategy that's a little more advanced the other night, and I'd love to speak to you about that. Hopefully Bebop is with us tonight. Namaste. Now, before any of that, how are you guys? Let's chit chat. For a second. How is everybody in chat right now? I would love to just kind of sit with you and socialize for a moment. You know, at the top of the week especially, right? We just got done with the weekend. Just got our week started on Monday, and you know, refreshment of energy. Talk to me. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? Grandpa Liquor has AIDS. Still not like a quality thing though, good or bad. Some people want AIDS. Some people literally want AIDS. It's a thing. And I'm a therapist. I know about it. People want AIDS. You might think, a normal person might think, oh my God, really? And you're right to have that reaction, but yeah, really. Some people want AIDS. Pepperoncini is paused up. Posy vibes only for Brother Pepperoncini tonight. Namaste. Love to see that. Namaste. Another day, another pair of dice. Wellspring of eating Mexican food. I'm gonna fart, says your tubing. Thank you for sharing that. Now, not Mish brought up something. Crack his ham. Now, I know I've got a couple explorers in the greater Chicagoland area, and if that is one of you, have you had the pleasure of Crack his ham? I called 988 yesterday. What does that mean? What's 988 mean in your area, Jenny? You know, the way people were complaining about, you know, people were, you know, especially in the 2010s, but still in some like neurotic, enlightened subcultures, they're still on this like, whoever is oppressed the most, whoever struggles the most, whoever's life is worse wins. And they've got a very neurotic hierarchy to it, and I wish they should just get AIDS. It's like a Six Flags skip the line pass. especially in the art community. Get yourself AIDS, cut off one of your fingers, and if you could be gay while you're at it too, don't even think about it. Your painting or your comedy or your movies can be the worst thing anyone could you possibly imagine. And it's still true. And it's still true in a lot of subcultures. It's a beautiful subculture, beautiful culture. It reminds me of going to Morocco. Yeah, everyone's on PrEP, that's true. AIDS isn't even what it used to be. Like the word nerd doesn't mean what it used to, right? The word nerd doesn't mean what it used to. And I guess AIDS doesn't really mean what it used to either. The libs took AIDS from you. The libs took AIDS from us. Wow. Normals are nerds. That's what I'm saying, trans rights. That's what I'm saying. If the normals are nerds, then everyone can have AIDS, right? Everyone's a homosexual pervert and everyone has AIDS. You know, that's the reality we live in right now. Guru, what brand of poppers am I on? That's a really good question. I'd have to check. My drawer's in the other room. What?
That's your jungle juice.
Jungle juice. I get confused between Rush and jungle juice. Namaste. So guys, in a moment we're going to open up the line and get into the theme. I always love sitting here with you and love just really sitting here and goofing off and just kind of socializing with you. But ladies and gentlemen, we have a damn theme to get into, so let's get through some orders of business. First and foremost, guys, we do have a little bit of mail to open right here. I got something in the mail. But if you want to send me something, P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. Send it Leslie Tanner, P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. Namaste. And guys, speaking of which, I got something in my hand right now. An envelope that I can't wait to open. What do you say we go ahead and get into it? What do you say we go ahead and get into it? All right, so no little secret surprises, but it's a typed out letter, standard envelope, typed out letter we haven't gotten some from this guy in a while, so this is fun. Okay, guys, so is Brother Onion Plug here? No German royalty tonight. No German. We're dealing with an onion plug. We got an onion plug with us? Oh, there he is. Namaste. It's been a minute since we got something from Onion Plug. I love getting stuff from you, brother. There are always these weird little cryptic ransom notes from... he's always putting this little stank on them. Adding a little mystery, adding a little bit of a physical threat to what he sends in, and I love it. I really do cherish it. Namaste to Brother Onion Plug. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and... I'm not going to read it, but I have it loaded up to a software, and it's going to be dictated to me, and I'm just going to relay that. Dear Leslie, by the time you read this, my Christmas package will likely be en route to you. However, I am a lazy piece of shit, so maybe it's not. Please find the enclosed definition card. I encourage you to share it with loved ones and/or leave it in a public place. I have some other cool shit to send you and will do so soon. Namaste to you and fellow explorers. The program works. Onion plug. Namaste, onion plug. Namaste, brother onion plug. Blessings and namaste to onion plug. Thank you so much for that beautiful little note. I'm very excited about this Christmas package from you. I cannot wait to get that. I wonder what's in it. I really do. I wonder what's even in it. Namaste. I love getting, especially you getting a little Christmas gift. I was hoping Santa would come this year. I was hoping Santa would leave me a little something, even if he came late. Namaste, brother onion plug. Can't thank you enough for that. Very thoughtful of you. All right, so he said there's an enclosed definition card, and he wants me to leave it in a public place. So just to give you an idea what it says enema, plural enemas, also enemata. I didn't know that. Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that one version of the plural of enema is enemata? Didn't know that. Noun, medicine / medical. The injection of liquid into the rectum and colon by way of the anus. That's the first definition. Second definition, the best thing ever. So onion plug, that sounds great. Thank you so much. I'll go ahead and leave that somewhere. Appreciate that. Appreciate namaste to onion plug for sharing that with us. Gorgeous stuff. Can't wait to get the little package in the mail. All right. Before we go anywhere else, I want to, guys, really exciting news. Really exciting stuff to share with you guys. Now, I am sipping on a little bit of something, a little bit of an energy drink tonight. And wouldn't you believe it, Alani Nu has a new flavor for the Valentine's Day season. Alani Nu's got a new flavor, and it is right up my alley. I love my favorite fruit and fruit flavor, even though artificial flavors, is cherry. Can't get enough of it. Absolutely love this stuff. And wouldn't you know, Alani Nu has a flavor called Cherry Bomb. And guys, this stuff knocked my socks off. Huge fan of what Alani Nu is doing. Namaste. Can't thank you enough for this beautiful flavor, Cherry Bomb. Namaste. Thank you. I got raspberry rose I don't care about that. Is enema like the worst kind of stigmata? Enemata. Yeah, you just put it where the Lord puts buttholes where he was crucified. Yeah. For some reason, it only happens to people in Romania. Don't know why. I don't know what it is with Romanians. And they're an intense group. Same with Lithuanians, but I haven't ever heard of enemata coming from Lithuania, only Romania. Only some dudes I would say IQ sub 90 from Romania that end up with enemata. They end up with sphincter buttholes where Christ was supposed to have been crucified. Sometimes in the palm, but historically accurate, have to be the wrist. They get buttholes and poop comes out. Poop comes out of the buttholes in the wrists and then through the lower tibia fibula area. Buttholes with poop. Largely considered to be a miracle, but the Vatican has consistently denied it, consistently rejected the reality of it. I don't know if they've sent anybody else out to investigate, but I'm on the Romanian side. Namaste to Romanians. All right, so there's that. Then, okay, final order of business before we open up the line tonight. Final order of business. We've got, guys, if you're looking for the real meat on the bones, you're looking for the real program materials, what you're looking for is the community of devoted light at patreon.com. You're looking for the exclusive videos. You're looking for the podcast, the music downloads, the et cetera. What you're looking for can only be found in my inner circle, the community of devoted light at patreon.com. A couple more details about that later tonight, but suffice it to say, it's truly where the most transformation occurs within the program. Ask anybody in chat, any brothers or sisters of the Vote of Light, they'll speak to it. They'll speak to their favorite part, be that the podcast or be that the postcards. They love these postcards. They can't get enough of these postcards. The postcard itself is worth the damn cost of the community. And then you get the podcast to boot. Namaste. Okay, so guys, that's enough. Let's open up the damn line. What do you say, huh? 872-205-9484. M. Robert Cop subbing. Blessings and namaste to M. Robert Cop? Wow. Hi, Guru. The program fucking works. Thank you so much, M. Robert Cop. Very, very, very beautiful of you. Thank you so much, as always, for that 22nd month of support. We're almost at 2 years with M. Robert Cop. Namaste to you. It's so good to have you. It's so good to have your energy, that dogged energy that just runs rampant through every stream. Because I always see you at the beginning and I see you at the end. Special namaste to M. Robert Cop tonight. Namaste. Thanks for being with us tonight. And thank you for that sub. Thank you for that sub. Let's go ahead and, okay, so let's open up the line. As you know, it feels good to be better than. Listen, it is an easy one to jump in, right? Anyone can relate to this. But I'm telling you, as we get into it, it's going to prove itself to be a little more complicated, and that's when the power of the next level really starts calling our name tonight on Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country. 872-205-9484. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you?
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Guru?
Yes, sir. Who is this?
Oh, it's Psyduck.
Psyduck. Namaste, brother Psyduck. How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic.
Beautiful. That's beautiful to hear.
A little bit of delay going on my end, but that's
a little bit of a delay going on.
Just maybe some AirPods, not updated newest firmware. I don't know.
Yeah, it must be on your side, because on my side, you're responding immediately as soon as I'm done saying something.
Curious.
Or maybe, is it like did you hit your head recently and things just seem slower and you're just not really realizing it yet?
Tonight, not that I'm aware of. Maybe another night, possibly.
Okay, sounds good. Let's go ahead and get into the theme, Psyduck. You're in a good position. I would say you're in kind of the middle of the road. You could have, the way you did attack. Well, namaste. We've got Pepperoncini invoking. Well, Pepperoncini invoking a terminate by poll. Then Fram, we are following it up with a full termination. So namaste. And guys, vote for fun. This is going to be for the second caller. Whoever calls next. Little grab bag situation. Who's going to be the next caller? Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. Right now we're voting whether to terminate you. What's your name?
Hi, this is Kook.
Kooker Pie. We've got about 30 seconds left on my end. As to whether we're going to terminate this call or not. Yes or no? Ladies and gentlemen, your call in the chat. Vote away.
No. I want to put my friend on.
Well, it might be out of my hands. Depending. Well, actually, it's the votes shoring up. I think we're good. No, you're safe. You're safe.
Oh, yeah.
All right, namaste. Beautiful stuff. All right, guys, you've decided we're hanging on to Kook. Kook putting on her friend. Cougar Pie, I'd also love to pick your brain about this subject. I think you're one of the few people who I think have the, the strength and clarity enough to address tonight's topic. But also, I'm very excited to speak to your friend.
We can do it both a little bit.
Please, I'd love that. I'd love that. I love that. Is your friend with you right now?
Yes.
Get out of town. Listen, I would love to speak to your friend now, later. It's, whenever they feel comfortable. They excited to talk to me?
Yeah, she's agreed.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful. All right, well, listen, let's talk to her. I'm a little excited. I want to get into. I want to meet this new explorer of ours.
Okay, I'm gonna hand the phone to her.
Okay.
Hi, Leslie. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. My name's Leslie. I take it Kook told you a little bit about me?
Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Genuinely.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what did Kook, or we call her Kook, but what did she tell you about all this business? Like where's your head at right now, even talking to me right now?
I don't know. I'm kind of tired. We went to go get a massage. I don't know. I know that she tells you about her other friend who's crazy, and she tells us that she loves your show and sends you stuff. Thought it was pretty funny. Oh, yeah. You kind of remind me of Greg Kinnear.
Greg Kinnear. We love Greg Kinnear,
and that's
don't
a compliment. Yes.
That's a compliment?
We love Greg. Yeah.
Oh, we love him. Is this the... Okay, Framward question. Is this the hot friend or the retarded friend?
I mean, I could be both, but she refers to me as the hot one, I guess. And
true hot is kind of implies a level of retardation, in my opinion, as a therapist.
I agree.
Because in order... My little theory about that is, well, first of all, what's your name? What can I call you? What can I call you?
You can call me Des. Okay.
Dead?
Des. You can call me Dead.
Yeah, I'll just call you Dead. Okay.
D-E-S.
D-E-S?
Yeah.
Okay, Des. So, my little theory about that, the intersection of hot and retarded, there's no greater enemy to sexuality and hotness and lust.
I would be such a strong and resilient handicapped person, but sadly, I may go my whole life without anyone ever knowing that about me.
The intersection of sexuality and retarded, one of the greatest enemies, in my opinion, as a therapist, which I am, one of the greatest enemies to sexuality is someone who is smart, and thinks they can figure it out.
Yeah, it ruins things.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. It sounds like you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like maybe you've experienced something like this before, where like somebody you're trying to get it going, have a nice time, but the person you're dealing with can't get out of their fucking head. They're doing like an Encyclopedia Britannica equation.
Yeah, I like to create animosity. Love that.
Yeah, beautiful. You like to create animosity. Did you just say that?
Only if I'm in a bitchy mood and someone ruined it for me, so they already decided that evening's ruined.
Oh, I love that. Listen, Des, I'm loving your energy already. I just want to tell you that. Yeah, this is great. This is going great. And now, so listen, Des, if you don't mind, I kind of want to just kind of give you our theme tonight. We pick a theme every stream and explore that in order to sort of unlock the power of the next level. We're here. This is a personal power program. We're here to tap into our true potential and do that by like these rotating themes every stream. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so tonight's theme, and I'd love to get your perspective on it, especially somebody who's unfamiliar with all the shenanigans that happen here. But so tonight's theme is, it feels good to be better than. It feels good to be better than. Mm-hmm. Now, tell me, without going any further, what's the first thing you think of when you hear those words? Do you find that to be true? Is there something that comes to mind?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think, I don't know, knowing that you have a better personality than a group of people you're talking to, knowing that you have a better rack, knowing that you have a better ass.
So you're funny, you're interesting, great tits, great ass. Keep going. I love this.
And you know, it's like all they're thinking about. So there you go.
And then
even though you might not think it inherently makes you better, you know they think that it makes them better. So that's all you really need.
Right. Oh my God, Des, I love this. I love this. Genuinely. Listen, I have worked with people for years to get them to this level, to get them to this level of honesty and clarity. Like you know that even if you don't believe what they believe about yourself, the fact that they are holding that candle for you is
it's not
everything.
It's not what's important. The result's important.
The result, and then I'm going to go one step further. When you find yourself in this position of power, right? Great tits, great ass, funny, interesting, life of the party. Does it feel powerful?
Yes. I'm not the life of the party in the way where everybody wants me to be. I'm like being a bitch.
Right.
And making everybody mad. So you're having I have the negative power. I'm not having the positive power of everybody wanting me to be the life of the party. I'm having the negative power that I'm dragging it down, but also knowing that they can't take away from me that I have a great rack. So, you know.
Right. And it's got a gravitas to it. You know, people can't get they can't get enough of it. They love to hate it.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
They love to hate it. Now, oh my goodness, well, one moment, we actually have been raided by Brother Theo. Brother Theo, Explorer Theo has joined us. Namaste. Blessings and namaste to Theo. Blessings, guys. Welcome on into Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country, bar none. Here we explore the universe both inside and out to unlock and unleash the power within. Thank you so much, Theo, joining us. Guys, welcome on in. This is not a situation where you got to be quiet and chat. Raiders, pipe up. I want to hear from you. How are you doing tonight? How was that stream with Theo tonight? I got to know. Namaste. Welcome on in. Theo, talk to me. How was the stream over there? How was? And Des, I'll be right back with you in just a moment. I just got to welcome these this gaggle of goofballs in here. Namaste. Namaste to you so much for 400. Des, let's cut to the chase. Is the coochie fat? You think about that question and I'll be right back with you, Des. I'll be right back with you. So, guys, just to let you all know, the Raiders, tonight, this, as I said, Explorations with Leslie Tanner is the most effective personal power program in the country. And tonight we are exploring the theme of it feels good to be better than. No, it's as simple and effective as it sounds. It feels good to be better than. I'm sure, you know, just this past Thursday we explored it feels bad to be less than, and tonight we're exploring the flip side of that coin. It feels good to be better than. Are you a better jumper? Do you have, are you better looking? Do you have more money? Are you more able-bodied? It feels good to be superior in these ways, and tonight we're exploring that. And in doing so, exploring the power of what we call here the power of the next level. Namaste. Pepper and Cheney, blessings and namaste. We've got a communal vision that's going to be on screen. Leslie, what anthropic model do you think has the most potential for vibe coding in 2026? Anthropic model. Namaste. No, listen. I gotta think about that. I gotta meditate on that. That's a really good question, and I really genuinely appreciate perspective. Thank you so much, guys. Namaste's in chat right now from Brother Pepper and Cheney. Namaste's right now in chat from Brother Pepper and Cheney. Wow. Namaste. Sidek with a gun, also with a communal vision. Des, I think you're very inspiring to people. I think you're really bringing some energy out of people tonight. Sidek with a gun says, Bhagwan Misa loved a program. Now I'm gonna say Sidek with a gun, getting a little what's that? What's it called? It's the Jar Jar thing. Gungan? Getting a little gung. Is that it, Des? Do you know stuff about Star Wars?
I know some stuff. I was forced by my stepdad to go watch them when they came out.
You know, out of all the things to be forced by a stepfather to do, that's not the worst I've heard.
Nah, that's not the worst, but yeah. That rates the top 5 for sure.
But we have fun. We have fun here. Well, listen, let's go ahead and get back on over to you, okay? Back on over to you, Des. So, guys, just to bring you all up to speed, Des, brand new explorer. This is the first call with Des, a friend of Cougar Pie. And so far we've established that, you know, she's a bitch that people love to hate, great tits, great ass, and funny and interesting. But this is her source of sort of being better than, her source of power coming from these things. Now, the thing that I asked you, Des, that I want to kind of pick back up on, is that, you know, given this role that you have at a party that's largely, as you described it, negative, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I asked you, does this give you a sense of... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I said I can change the vibe in a room almost instantly. Yeah.
Ooh, how do you do that? Can you give me an example?
I just come in and the air goes cold.
You just...
a lot, actually.
Like, I want to laugh so bad. I want to laugh with you. What did you say?
I'm sorry. I said usually. We can like literally walk in a room and the air just goes cold. You can just tell I pissed everyone off.
Oh, so you just, by reputation, you just walk in the room and people know, oh, that's this bitch.
Well, sometimes they know me and sometimes they don't, but I guess they get the energy that they do. I don't know.
Right. Well, okay, it's interesting. So, and okay, so I want to go back to that other question. Does this feel powerful to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Wow. So great tits, great ass, funny, interesting, and people don't like you.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm not white, so that factors into a lot of stuff.
You're not white?
No. Not fully, no.
What are you?
I'm mixed race, black, native, and white.
Just a whole cornucopia.
Yeah, there you go.
Whole We Are the World situation in one person.
Yes.
How does that feel? How's that experience colored your experience in life?
I don't know. Like, I mean, it really depends, like, who I'm talking to.
Sure.
I come off pretty racially ambiguous, so some people know right away, and some people don't know at all, and some people, they love it, and some people, it enrages them, and sometimes they don't even realize it enrages them.
Right. Have you ever, and sometimes those wires get crossed, right? They're attracted, but their attraction enrages them.
Yeah, that could happen. That happens a lot.
I'll bet.
You're not spicy white. You were.
No, I'm not spicy white. My mother is spicy white, but no, I had a fully black dad who was black and native. Yeah, no, my mom was spicy white.
And your mom is spicy white. And tell us, for those of us that don't know what spicy white means, maybe in the chat, maybe there's some questions about what spicy white might mean. Go ahead.
Like regular Wonder Bread white would be somebody who's like German or French. Spicy white is like Portuguese, Italian, Greek.
Yeah.
Like those are spicy white.
Okay,
like,
I see what you're saying. Yeah. I've seen some dark-skinned Greek guys.
Yeah.
I've seen some dark-skinned Greek guys.
It depends where you're from, the north or the south.
Exactly.
It really does. Yeah.
Do you think they? So in your opinion, do you think you should just get to say all the epithets, all the slurs, all the derogatory remarks? Do you think you should get to do that, and do you do that?
No, just because it's just not in my repertoire. It's just not something that comes against me. I wouldn't mind it using some, but like I can't use all of them. Like I'm not gay.
Yeah.
So I can't say any of that.
Would you consider eating pussy in order to say it?
No. I've done it before, but I still haven't said it.
I think you earned it a little bit, but I'm just, who am I? I'm just Leslie Tanner. I don't necessarily get a vote all the time, even though I think I should. I think I should.
Having a bad alcohol influence, that's all.
Yeah,
right. Not handling alcohol, okay? That's all that is.
What's your go-to drink?
Honestly, I'm the worst with that. I don't have a go-to. I just tell them like whatever's the sweetest drink. I like savory food, but when it comes to drinks, it has to be sweet, or else I won't drink it.
Well, girly pop umbrella, but make it taste like honeydew.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe something like that, huh? Or like cherry. Do you like cherry? So I love. I was just talking about this. I love cherry drinks.
I do.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, listen, you sound like and tell me if this feels like an accurate description. Well, quick before that, communal vision from Stone Monster 400. Girl drink drunk. So he's describing a kind of drunk that you might get from girl drinks. Is this a phenomenon that you're familiar with?
Yes.
Yeah. So that yes had a lot of weight to it. Had a tone to it. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way you said yes, really, I think we all heard that, right, ladies and gentlemen? We all hear that? We all hear that yes. Yes. There's a lot of experience. Well, okay, well, listen, Des, I'm going to ask you one more question.
All right.
About this source of power. Now, a lot of people they're going to call up tonight and they're going to talk about the ways they're better than, and they're going to describe maybe like their ability to organize books or to do a spreadsheet or to be a defensive driver or something like that. There's going to be a lot of that, but you right off the bat, you cited some things that are very immediately powerful in general. And tell me, would you describe that you have a certain, would you admit that you have a certain level of comfort with chaos, interpersonal chaos? Would you say that that's accurate?
Yes.
That was going to be my guess, because the way you cited the strength and power of your tits and ass made me think, okay, you're because that's playing with human sexuality. You got to be comfortable with some fire.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, 100%, 100. Well, listen, Des, you've already listen. I'm going to go ahead and predict it. I'm curious to see if someone else. Namaste to Darzix. Namaste to Darzix. Blessings to Darzix. Now I'm going to go ahead and call it right now. I'm going to say that Dez even though Dez was the first, is a first time caller, that I'll bet this will be the most emblematic call tonight of tonight's theme. The call that most embodies the theme tonight and leaves so much for us to learn from and therefore transform and unlock the power inside each and every single person calling tonight. Daz, I want to thank you so much for your generosity and your vulnerability tonight.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now listen, can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor and not be a stranger? Can you give us a call sometime?
I'm going to try to get her to, it's me again, I'm going to try to get her to call in more, and I'm trying to get her to do infatuations because I think it would be really funny and a great time.
Honestly, I would love to see how well she does, because if she can stay in her pocket, I have a feeling that she's going to do very well.
I agree. I agree completely.
And tell her that I'll send her some merch. I'll send her a shirt or something if she wins.
Hell yeah. I'm trying to convince her. I'm slowly whittling down the defenses on that.
Yeah. I mean, tell her, I don't know. I don't even know what you need to tell her, but I don't know. The kind of people that play infatuations, they still think like doing a character and being funny and goofy and being random and shit's gonna win. And then they get their ass fucking handed to them by, generally by a woman who can just put sentences together.
Yeah, yes.
And if that woman can smile while she does it, forget about it. You're going to be undefeated for the night. I'm telling you.
I mean,
how many times have we seen
whenever she goes on a blind date?
Say it again, Coop?
I said she has to do that whenever she goes on a blind date anyway, so I think she might get more practice than some of these guys do.
Look, yeah. Tell her we're going to be doing another one at the end of the month, and I'd love it if she could come by.
I'm going to try to get her to do it. You heard it here first. I'm pretty persuasive.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. The seeds have been planted. Now, Kook, do you have a couple minutes yourself that you could spend some time with us for tonight's theme?
Yes.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen of the chat, as I've said a couple times, tonight's theme is it feels good to be better than, right? It feels good to be better than. Now, let's go ahead. Kook more than covered the flip side of this coin on Thursday. It feels bad to be less than, riddled with handicaps and pain and disabilities. But let's go ahead and speak to Kook about the flip side of that coin. It feels good to be better than. Kook, talk to us. How does it feel good to be better than?
Well, one thing that it feels good to be better than about that I think has helped me a lot is that I'm able to hold myself back more. I used to be a big bully, and I would psychologically bully people a lot. And now that I'm able to also bully people with money if I want to, I actually kind of hold myself back more because I know that I could really like ruin someone's life. And just having that level of power actually keeps me from doing it. Because it's almost like how if you know you have a gun, you don't have to use it kind of thing.
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, it makes me feel like I'm less aggressive now than I used to be. Because I know that I can really hurt someone, yeah.
So just the quiet power of your strength, the strength of your mind, and that we've seen you, exhibit your intellect before and go toe to toe and take people down. But you've got that dog in you. You got that dog in you that cannot, you can't learn that dog. That dog's in you or it's not. And it's hungry. You got a hungry little dog inside of you that wants to, it's powerful. But you've learned to negotiate with this dog, let's say.
Yeah.
Interesting.
After someone got seriously hurt, killed, and so I was like, that plus gaining access to mass amounts of wealth has helped me like calm down some, knowing that, people could end up dead if I'm having a bad day or week or whatever. It's been really helpful to me to like stop that behavior.
Wow. So not only the power, but having access to a great deal of wealth has helped you just kind of calm down. It's not like just leave like a more peaceful life.
Yes.
Well, can you name some examples? How does wealth, because a lot of poor people, they think that having money is going to allow them to be more calm, and they're right, Lord knows, but I'll bet they couldn't name 2 or 3 tangible, actual examples of the way their life would be if they could access this thing they'll never have. But as someone who has accessed it, talk to me, what are some examples of this, of how the wealth has led to a calmer life for you?
Well, the calmness, I already had a stable life. I was just much poorer. But I think some of the calmness comes from that when I start to think about, I get very angry at somebody and I start to think about revenge. And then I realize, oh shit, I could actually do it now. Sheen always asks for a house. And I think I could really do it now. And I hold back because I'm like, I'm not trying to get somebody killed. I'm not trying to ruin someone's life. Like, it's different when I really could do it. And that's the level of calmness that comes from me because I just know there are bigger stakes. Because I could really I could ruin someone's life, and it wouldn't be that hard.
Right. Just the fact that you know that it wouldn't even be that hard for you to just like kind of find the button to hit that would ruin their life from your position.
Yeah. And people say like hitman, and it's like, no, that's illegal. There's tons of stuff that you can do that with money that you could ruin someone's life. And it's pretty legal, or if it is illegal, it's not so illegal that, I wouldn't get jail time for it. People go strictly to hitman. It's like fucking weird. People need to be a little bit more creative. That's how you know that they will never have access to money, because when your mind automatically goes hitman, it's like, no, that's how you ruin your own life. Take a week to think about it.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I used to work with a guy who his girlfriend tried to get him to kill her ex-husband. And so he tried to sort of contract a hitman to do it. This guy was white trash.
You might as well just do it yourself.
I mean,
like, if you're gonna go and find an outside person, you might as well just do it yourself. It's the same risk. Are you saying that and also when people try to hire a hitman, they're saying, I'm too pussy to pull a trigger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too pussy to stab somebody, and it's like, so you're gonna spend money admitting that too.
I'm a little bitch baby in a little dress.
Yeah.
With a little beanie and a propeller on, licking a lollipop.
And I'm still in prison, and I couldn't even pull the trigger, and I'm still in prison. Usually, those people don't even get killed. The police put some fake blood on them and take a picture, and they're like, they go and admit it to somebody. God.
And so this is just a few examples of the calm, peace, and power that wealth have brought to your life since acquiring it.
Yeah, because I used to be a horrible bully, and I'm not even a fifth of how I used to be. I mean, I'm probably ratcheted down like by 10 times. I used to be terrible, horrible. I mean, somebody died, and I don't do that anymore because now I know that, like, internet stuff actually is serious. People can die. I have too much money to be acting like that, so I just have controlled bursts of being mean.
Yeah. I mean, aggressive. It sounds like that junkyard dog learned to, maybe calm down a little bit, drink a little matcha or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
And then people get upset when I act more normal. It's weird too. When I'm not going after somebody like a rabid dog, they're like, "Oh, what's wrong?"
I wonder if Des has that same problem.
With being aggressive? No, she's more of like an icing people out. She's like more of a black cat type person.
But she has. But I mean, she seems to have like a sort of a, like her reputation precedes her, and I wonder if she doesn't sort of live up to the reputation, if people are a little confused of her.
It is super weird the way that people react. Like, people give her outlandish, bombastic reactions for her and I think race does have something to do with it, honestly, because I can really act up in public, and I generally get a good response. I can say nearly anything in public, and it goes fine. It's fine.
I don't listen. We've discussed at length your disabilities, and we've gotten a good conceptualization of them, at least to an extent. But one thing we haven't gotten into is how disabled do you look?
I mean, enough that you can tell. It's hard to say what exactly that means, but enough that you can tell.
Like shriveled up or weird or kind of just fucked up or lopsided?
Leslie, I've said I'm lopsided so many times.
Right.
That might as well be like my catchphrase at this point. I'm like a shambling, lopsided mess.
Okay.
It's fully obvious that I'm disabled. My face just looks like a normal face. I look like an aunt, and then everything else is fucked. Immediately. Okay. Immediately. You see me walk, you're like, oh no. Terrible.
Well, the reason I ask is because I think it's possible that, when people are sizing up their appropriate reaction to have you, that maybe it's possible that they temper their reaction because they see how like lopsided and shriveled up you are, and they're like, give her this.
I mean, here's the thing. If they start yelling at me in public and it ends up on TikTok or something, they are not going to look good.
Pepperoncini, real quick. Quick question. How do you smell?
I don't know. I smell like a person. I smell like a broad, Gene. What, you want me to describe a woman's smell?
Well, I think what he's asking
wait a minute, though. This is the type of people who go on infatuations and then lose.
I mean, that's not inaccurate. But I think in terms of, do you smell like you're disabled? I think that's what he's trying to get at.
I mean, I don't know what that smell is. I'm clean. I take a really long shower. I mean, I don't know. I don't smell poor.
Okay. Well, that's true. We're talking to somebody who's very aware of this, and has given me the personal compliment that I look like I smell good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's like maybe the highest compliment
I receive it as such. I receive it as such. I'm telling you, as soon as you told me that, I put a little feather in my cap and walked to the lighter step that day.
Like, I think maybe the higher compliment is like saying that somebody doesn't look like a rapist, and then saying that you look like you smell good is like nearly, maybe they're like tied.
I would say, you know,
I forgot, I do smell like menthol. I do.
You rip menthols?
No, I smell like Tiger Balm, Vicks Vapor Rub.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Salon Paws.
Not like Newports
or
something.
Do. Yeah, I do have a menthol smell always, constantly.
Okay. No, okay. I see what's going on. All right, now, well, listen. This is what always happens with us, Kook. We could chop it up all night. We could absolutely lay waste and have just like a you and me night tonight. But unfortunately, we must move on to the next caller. Cougar Pie, though, I do want to give you like a little final statement, a little, like, guys, something to think about, like maybe that what's something that a lot of the poor people in chat are just probably never going to experience, that you are sort of, it kind of defines how you relate to your wealth right now.
How I relate to my wealth?
Like, well,
oh my God, I
this is giving you a certain quality of life. Let me say it a different way. It's giving you a certain quality of life. And like I said, the people that are in chat, they say like, oh, if I have enough money, it'll fix my life. They're right, but they don't know how it'll fix their life. It's giving you this personal calm, but just wrap us up with one more little tangible example of like, what could improve about their life that they will never experience.
I could go to the doctor whenever I want to and be able to pay for it. I can see whatever specialist I want and be able to pay for it. I can be agonizingly picky about things with no negative consequences to myself. Wait, say that again? Yeah, I could throw stuff away without feeling guilty. Like, I don't feel like I have to finish every bit of food, every leftover. If I get something and I don't like it, I can donate it, and it's not like there's no skin off my nose for doing that. I can make sure that my friends get health care. My friends can see the doctors. I got my friends, my crazy friend EpiPens and her 2 types of inhalers, and force her to see the doctor. And I can kind of like subtly force other people to go to the doctor too when they don't want to. I can put on pressure, and I'm able to do that because I have things to offer. Healthcare, I guess, is the biggest one. Healthcare and being picky and not have a scarcity mindset. Food security. That's
something a lot of poor people don't understand. That how foundationally they operate from a scarcity mindset. Their nervous system will never be as relaxed as you are.
Yeah, and if I get food, if I order something and I don't like it, I'm not going to force myself to eat it.
Can you even imagine
if somebody wants the leftovers, but I'm not going to force myself to eat it. If I'm having chest pain, I'm immediately going to the hospital. I'm calling 911 and I'm taking an ambulance to the hospital.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine being at a spaghetti factory, not liking the calamari, getting a chest pain, and not thinking, oh, let's wait it out?
Yeah, no.
That's not a card in the deck for Cougar Pie anymore. Communal vision.
But I also always used to take the ambulance, but now I just pay the bill.
Stone Monster 400. Does Kook throw out her bread after days? How soon do you throw out your bread?
I mean, I don't know. Whenever it starts to mold, I don't have like a specific time that I do that. If it starts looking disgusting, I throw it away. But I don't force myself to eat leftovers. If I don't like a meal at a restaurant, I order something else. I force my friends to go to the doctor. If I want to go to an activity and I don't want to go alone, I pay so other people can come, because why wouldn't I? I don't want to go alone. We just had a great time at the aquarium where we saw a scary biker gang out in the sun watching the manatees, and it was fucking weird.
Wow. Well, listen, Kook, that was tremendous. That was more than I could have reasonably asked for. Thank you so much for your generosity and vulnerability tonight.
You're welcome. And next week, I'm going to try to get my crazy friend to call in. I'm going to put more pressure on her because her time of mourning should be over. So I'm hoping that, yeah, I told them how she lost her suitcase. So I'm hoping that she can call in next week, and it'll be a really fun time.
Oh, please, please. Tell her that we're genuinely excited to meet her.
I will. I think it'll be literally so funny. You're going to love it. She's a great time.
I'm very excited. I hope it works out. I hope the stars align.
Thanks, Leslie.
All right. Namaste, Kook. Namaste, Kooker Pie.
Namaste.
Wow. What a tremendous call. Couple calls, technically. One thing that really stood out to me. One moment. I need to wrap up a thought real quick. I'll be right with you in just a moment. One thing that stood out to me about that, when she was going through that really kind of just exhaustive list of, maybe not even exhaustive, but just really long list of pleasures of wealth or relative convenience and comfort. One thing that stood out to me was I can just donate. Now, those of you that are poor in chat, right? And I know you're there. I know you're in there. I know you're on and off food stamps. Maybe you're on disability. Maybe you're taking care of your mom or dad. Maybe you're this, that, and the other. You notice like to have to plan meals, get to Aldi early before all the good meat gets taken, etc., etc., etc. Now, can you imagine somebody with a disability giving you charity? I want you to meditate on that. You know, and often, you know, the Buddhists will meditate on a flame or a blade of grass or, you know, some other such like simple thing of nature. I'm going to give you the meditation object, if you are poor, to meditate on somebody riddled with disability, just being like, no, I don't like that. I don't like this shirt. I don't like this shrimp. I don't want this anymore. Have it. I want you to really just meditate, loop it in your mind, and allow the sort of just whatever feeling comes up. It's going to be negative. I can pretty much guarantee it's going to feel bad, and it should. Let's go ahead and get our next caller in. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Yada-da-da-da-da, it's the Leslie and Cook Show. Everybody join. Jesus, fuck, man. It's been a minute. I gotta wait for this.
Namaste. It's Angry Mike. Angry, it's been too long since we've heard from you. How are you tonight, brother?
New year, new Angry Mike. Better than last year, dude. You can hear it in my voice, man.
Interesting. Tell me about that. How are you better than last year, Angry Mike?
Pulled off a couple pyramid schemes already, bro. Signed up 5 people on this email scam. They're gonna do 5 people. Do you know how a pyramid scheme works?
Talk to me about it. Yes, I do, but go ahead.
What?
I know what that means, but go ahead and explain it just in case somebody in chat is a little confused.
No, but I don't want to let them in on it, though. You know what I mean?
No,
because
listen.
if everybody starts doing it, then they're going to ask me to do their pyramid scheme, and I can't say no, Les, to a quick buck.
You're telling the people that you were tricking with your pyramid scheme, you could look them in the eye and tell them exactly what's going on, and as long as you still hit the same emotional buttons, they'll still do it.
Have you ever done a timeshare thing?
Quick communication from Bram we are. This is sounding more like gay Mike.
He wishes. Have you ever had to go do one of those like timeshare presentations to get like a free cruise or something?
No, I haven't, but I know what you're talking about.
Do you think you could handle that pressure? I don't know if I could honestly. I don't know. They got skills. I watched some undercover videos, man. They put the nails to you in those things.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you could. That's what the people that you were swindling, you could like basically.
I didn't say swindle. I didn't say swindle. Number one, that's your word. Okay, I don't appreciate that.
Okay, all right, whatever. So what are you selling?
I just told you. Okay? It's an email scam. I'm not selling anything. I don't even know what ChatGPT wrote for me. It was awesome. I set up like a bot. And I said, find 5 people's emails. I gave him my password. I gave him my bank code. And I said, send this out. And so far, I've gotten like all these people putting like $1 in my account. You know what I mean? So I'm up to like $30, $40 already, man. And that's just like in the last 5 days.
So you gave ChatGPT your banking information?
How else was the bot going to be able to set up that the email scam would put it into my bank account, Leslie? You explain that to me, and then I would tell you, no, I didn't put it in ChatGPT.
Listen, Angry Mike, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you go ahead and check your bank account right now and tell me how much money has been added or subtracted from your account?
I can't do it because I keep forgetting my password, and it keeps saying invalid entry, invalid entry. And I always, I just do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't give a fuck. I don't got time to be coming up with letters and numbers and exclamation points and remembering where they all are. So,
right.
But I could have sworn I thought maybe I changed it up this time, go with the 7654321 0. No. So I got to wait for them to call me back. It was this nice, he had some type of accent guy working for Bank of America, but he said he'll call me back. Said, you always have 48 hours with fraud transactions. That's what he said. No matter what happens, 48 hours, you get on the phone, they cancel it, it's free money.
Okay, how many hours has it been since you started this whole thing? You broke up. Say it again.
Nowadays, like 50 minutes, but everything's digital nowadays. Like he could just, I'm just sitting by.
Clicker and Cheney, quick communal vision. Nindy knew this is an amazing idea. It's not just bold, it's brave. Once you've given me your social security number, then I can be here for you for whatever you want to do next. Just let me know.
Who's he talking to?
I don't know.
Pay attention. Pay attention, you moron. You know what? How many fucking different numbers do I have to start calling? Are you on the fucking lam? Are you trying to dodge like Born Identity here? I can't remember all these numbers. My Nokia phone is already at 98 memory, bro. You want me to put a new number in for you? New year, new number. Is that what we're doing?
So okay, so you're doing better, and this year, and it. Well, so I'm going to cut to the chase. I'm going to cut right to the chase. I don't think you're doing better. I think
that. Okay.
I think you're about to have a lot of money taken from you. It's going to ruin you. Your life is about to be ruined.
What evidence would you even have to suggest? I told you that I made money, Leslie. Is my phone breaking up too badly?
No. Listen, Angry Mike, this is going to be a really important moment for you in your life in a negative way. You can't log into your bank account, right?
Because I can't remember my password. Yes.
Okay. Do you know anybody that remembers your password that you could log in?
Say that again?
Well, no, I won't. Okay.
No. Say that again. You should say that sentence again.
Do you know anybody that knows your password?
No, I told you. I just gave it to ChatGPT, which is not a person, and nice man on the phone when he was telling me I got 48 hours to do whatever I wanted on my credit card.
Okay,
thank you.
Yeah, good. Okay, you're right. Good luck. Good luck, right, chat? Can we get some good looks in chat? Can we get some good lucks in chat?
Good lucks, chat. Chat, have a great 2026. Namaste, Leslie. We'll talk soon. Go!
No.
Angry Mike!
Angry Mike. We have the theme.
What?
I need your thoughts on the theme. It feels good to be better then. What? Well, this is a rough call.
That's what I thought we've been talking about.
This is a rough call.
I got nice balls.
This is a bad call.
I got nice balls. I got nice balls, Leslie. When I walk in a room, people are like, what's that smell? And it's because they smell good. You got men out there. Can I get what's the thing you do? Angry Mike affirmation for men's. Find a nice scent, spray it down there in the morning. You can't. You'll have a worse day if you don't do it. It brings me joy. So that's what I do the best.
All right,
Give
sounds
out
good.
tips.
Thanks so much. Angry Mike, everybody. Namaste, Angry Mike. Thanks for the call.
Love you. Namaste, Leslie. Bye-bye.
Namaste. Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country. Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste. We got a first-time chatter. Zolrat. Zolra? I've been here for 45 minutes, so don't get what this stream is. So you just jumped in mid-stream, Zolra. I'll give you the skinny, all right? Because there's probably a couple of people in the chat right now wondering what the heck they're watching right now. So this is Explorations with Leslie Tanner, as I've said, the most effective personal power program in the country. Tonight and every night, we devote ourselves to these simple yet profound tools to unlock and unleash the power within. Now, good question though, what is the program, right? Zora, you have not gotten this simple, there's been this question floating in the air, and the exact right question, the perfect question that anybody should be asking. Okay, that's great, the program works, but what is the program? What is the program? Well, let's go ahead and jump into it. Ladies and gentlemen, this program is based on 4 tenets. First of all, if you're looking for some information, Zolra, I'm going to go ahead and drop a link in the chat right now for you. Zolra. I went ahead, guys, if anybody is curious as to exactly what this program is all about, click that link that I just dropped in chat right now, theprogramworks.com. A lot of material to be explored, a lot of opportunities for transformation, but suffice it to say, ladies and gentlemen, this, what you see on the screen right now, is built on 4 tenets. Now, if you'll allow me a moment to get into the 4 tenets, the 4 tenets are relax, question, express, and explore. Relax, question, express, and explore. First tenet being relax. Now, this is my least favorite tenet of the program, but the most important. We must relax. Now, relax, and what sets it apart here, if you're trying to relax in a Leslian sense, in a way that really gets at what we are getting after. Rule of thumb is, if it feels bad, then you're doing it right. If it feels good, like if you're lighting a candle that smells nice, if you're giving a massage, this, that, and the other, you are not relaxing, you are killing yourself. You are moving away from the power of the next level. In order to relax in a Leslian, we must be confronting reality as we wish not to see it. And this is negative, this is painful, this is violent, this is grotesque, it is obscene. That is relaxation. Zora, are you still with me? Are you with me? Does that make sense? Is Zora still with us? Is this making sense so far? Secondly, I'm with you. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, so second tenet is question. We question the world inside and outside of us. So as we relax, before we express anything, we're going to find thoughts, feelings, observations, realizations. We're going to start crunching the numbers about a lot of things that we're just going to be noticing, right? We're going to be noticing some things. And it is important that before we do anything, we use the power of questioning. Now, I would imagine most of us went to some kind of public schooling, and we are instilled with the idea of critical thinking, right? The power of questioning, that we question things to come to beliefs on our own, and whatever bullshit they taught us in school that they didn't actually mean. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when we invoke question, what we are doing here is invoking the power of question to destroy. We do not question to refine our knowledge, to perfect our understanding. We question to destroy anything that can be destroyed. Such is the power of questioning. And that is what we're invoking here in our second tenet, to question. Now, eventually, ladies and gentlemen, we will find ourselves with a heap of beliefs, thoughts, feelings, a sense of self. And ladies and gentlemen, that is when we get to my favorite, but by far the most worthless tenet of the program, and that is to express. Namaste, Still Monster 400. To express oneself, ladies and gentlemen, can be such a delight. And at first it often is, right? To paint a painting, sing a song, express yourself, raise your hand at the restaurant and say, my food's cold. It feels good to assert yourself. But as time goes on, we'll realize, as any artist worth their salt does, how fucking worthless what they're doing is, how pointless, redundant it is. How as soon as they finish a project, they can feel it sort of disintegrating into the air and time around them. Now, this process is a process of defeat. To self-express is to eventually be completely defeated. To look at your soft penis sitting in your lap, realize how redundant, how pointless, how worthless it is. And ladies and gentlemen, when you have been defeated, somebody time out Gelgoog guy. You know what the goddamn fourth tenet is that I was getting to. Gelgoog, somebody time out Gelgoog right now. And I'm not kidding. Can I please have a mod time out Gelgoog guy right now? Can I please have Gelgoog guy timed out right now? Thank you so much. Not me, appreciate it. All right, so no more from Gelgoog guy. I'm gonna go ahead. So the fourth tenet, and that was this was really fucked up though. Zolra, imagine the energy that I was working up with, right? The really exciting energy. We're getting up to that fourth tenet, explore. Now, explore, ladies and gentlemen, is the moment of defeat. The freedom of failure. The defeat of being empowered within the context of your own being. Having realized your own potential and unleashed that which you are truly meant to become. By the process here, the simple yet profound tools here at Explorations, you too can become yourself. You too can tap into a power that you have spent your life being afraid of. You can finally become a stakeholder in your own destiny by the simple yet profound tools of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste. Can I get some namastes in chat? Zolra, every failure is one step. Listen, guys. Wow. Zolra, absolutely hitting it out of the park. Every failure is a step closer. Is one step closer to success. Zolra is cooking with gas. Zolra is in the right place. Isn't he, folks? Isn't he, folks? It sounds like Zolra knows already fish and water. Fish and water. Namaste. Namaste to Zolra. Thanks for sticking it out. 45 minutes and not knowing what the fuck is going on screen. Don't forgive my French, but that, you know, I just get so excited. I get so excited as a therapist. A1 Special Reserve, namaste. Blessings and namaste. Second month with A1 Special Reserve. How many more months does it take to take the program to work? Month 2 are here. How many months does it take the program to work? Brother, it's already working. There's no simpler example of it working, A1, than the fact that you want it to work and it is not. You know, what's that feeling like, right? Because, you know, I used to work with a colleague of mine, Tony Robbins. I don't know if you've heard of this guy. Fairly successful with his own program. A charlatan, to put it mildly, but his heart is kind of in the right. I don't know. But either way, you go to Anthony Robbins' program, right? He's got promises. And he's got failure. You only hear about the ones that work out. You never hear about the ones that are failed. You never hear about the legions, the thousands upon thousands who have come to him, hands open, waiting for an eighth of the amount of success that he has promised people. and they walk away. Because a program like that, like his, it cannot fail. It can only be failed, right? A program like the Ultimate Power of Tony Robbins' program, it can only be failed. It cannot fail. Ladies and gentlemen, this program that you see, Explorations with Leslie Tanner, is built on failure. Not only do I prescribe you failure, I guarantee you failure. And ladies and gentlemen, the thing is, before you even got here, before Leslie gave you the prescription and guarantee of failure, and therefore, power of the next level, you know who gave you this failure? The universe, God, Allah. Every single person in this chat will lose, will fail, will disintegrate, will be forgotten. A life consisting of efforts that went nowhere, produced nothing, in no direction and for no reason. And it just so happens that this program you see before you is built on this. Built on the synergy of death. Built on the momentum of inevitable failure. Imagine the final personal power program on the event horizon of a black hole that people like Tony Robbins like to pretend they can defeat. Or maybe it's not even there. No. I'm here to offer you reality, and the reality of your true power through the simple yet profound tools of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste. I mean, Iran's central banking system just collapsed, and based off the program's teachings, they're doing it right. Well, Israel really helps everybody out on that. You know, it's in terms of dealing out failure, dealing out loss, by which you can then define your life and be, have your course corrected to your true power. Israel, Mossad, CIA are tremendous helps in that front. Tremendous powers. We should just, honestly, we should have one of the CIA, we should do like Lex Friedman and have some fucking CIA retards on the program and have them tell you about push-ups, right? Let's have a Navy SEAL guy come tell you about sit-ups. That'll get you on the right path to losing. Netanyahu absolutely is an explorer. I've worked one-on-one with Netanyahu. Very strong explorer. We'll just say that. John Kiriakou, I mean, he's a little bit of an unconscious bottom. I wouldn't necessarily put John Kiriakou in front of you all as a model for anything. I'd sooner have Netanyahu or even Yoav Gallant or, even just a Navy SEAL guy who just got a little bit of brain damage but can do, underwater push-ups while getting sucked off by a four. Whatever their training is. I don't know what their training is. I kind of lose track. That hot CIA guy, yeah, that muscular twink from the CIA who's just like, here are the 3 rules of power. First thing you got to do when you wake up, let me tell you, I love these guys. We do need to get them on. If anybody has a connection to that whole circuit, I would love for this to be a stop when they write a little memoir about doing secret push-ups underwater while being sucked off by a 4 or whatever their training is. I would love for Explorations to be on their circuit. Does anybody know Lex Friedman? Can you imagine the meeting of the minds, Leslie Tanner and Lex Friedman? Nindinu knows Lex. Pepperoncini knows Lexi. I'd love to get them on. I also just love the themes of all of his shows now. They used to be a little more varied, but now it's just like, we speak to this one old guy about machine learning, dreams, capitalism versus socialism, and the future. I can't do CIA, but I can get you an NSA twink who got sucked off in a stormtrooper costume at Dragon Con. Go, good guy. Say no more. Put me in touch with them. I'd love to get them on. Echo, I agree. I agree. Well, Echo, in your opinion, what happened? Fell into a formula, got lazy. He's a little emotionally comfortable. I'd love to work with him. I'd love to get him out of that circle of comfort. I'd love to work with Lex Friedman, the most effective personal power program in the country. Working with Lex Friedman. I'd love to get even more kind of just even more handled by the CIA. I like this new guy who seems like he has a legitimate disability, Nick Shirley. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, have you guys seen these videos of this Nick Shirley character? The Minnesota daycare guy? Really genuinely seems like he was held underwater to when he was a baby. Not just cognitively, not just intellectually, but emotionally. He just starts getting emotional, and you can see the emotions just kind of color his cognition. And then I'd love to work with him. He straight up told me that the NSA didn't give two fucks he was gay simply because he wouldn't fall for a big ass Latina in South America. So he's undercover. So he's undercover. Woke ICE agent that respects pronouns and traffics transgender women as women. Thoughts? I had a pitch. Yeah, I mean, you could make that a subscription service for trans women that are that are just borderline homeless, don't know what to do, out of options. If somebody seemed nice and were hey, I'll traffic you, right? Oh, you're gonna start shooting OnlyFans stuff on an old a recycled Android that you got free from a social worker and start sucking dick for hormones, or this guy who gave you a card who's listen, I'll traffic you straight up. No, you're a beautiful woman. I'll traffic your ass. I think that would honestly be a HelloFresh kind of service. You could do that. I would run that ad. I would run an ad for trans trafficking. Let me say that clearly because I want to make sure everyone heard me. I would run an ad for a trafficking service for trans women, at-risk trans women, and men for that matter. Maybe we should do that at Explorations. Maybe we should start trafficking trans people. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hey, it's Pepperoncini.
Pepperoncini, brother, namaste to you. Welcome back to the program.
I'm back, baby.
No, but you will be a sex slave. Straight up. I want to be clear about that. Listen, when I say traffic, I'm not like joking around. I mean, like if I send you an Uber and you get in the Uber, we'll respect your pronouns, we'll make sure you get your hormones, but you will be a sex slave. I don't know, something to think about. Pepper and Chini, though, back to you. Good to speak to you. How are you tonight?
I'm good. That was weird.
It was a little, I know, we were getting in the weeds of something in particular if you didn't know how we were getting into it.
You were going to say that you were trafficking me, and I was like, first of all, I'm not a woman. Second, no thank you.
I know. Well, see, trafficking doesn't sound good, right?
I wouldn't want to have it happen to me because if my understanding is like when women get trafficked, they're having to do sex and stuff.
No, yeah, they're raped. Yeah, for sure. It's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd go that far, but definitely they're like maybe a little. It's like, they're on the fence, but
it's just kind of icky.
I'm just saying that's the minimum. It is probably
at least icky.
Yeah.
Communal vision from TravCam0. If the caller could be sex trafficked to anywhere in the world, where would they go?
See, because I think this is a little bit of a trick question, and I think Trav knows that this is a little bit of a trick question because, yeah, sure, you're not going to be like, oh, I want to be like sex traffic in like Burma, right? Like some like third world country where I'm like, there's no luxury. But at the same time, if you go, you're like, ooh, I want to be sex trafficked in like Geneva or Monaco, and like, ooh, you think that you're going to be like an escort or something. No, it's more likely that you're going to be in some like crazy billionaire's like sex dungeon. Right? So I think for me, I think it's like, honestly, at the end of the day, I want to be like sex trafficked in like Canton, Ohio.
Like to Canton? Like ultimately you end up in Canton.
Yeah, like that's where I'm being just, groomed and used and abused or whatever it is that ends up happening.
So Canton, Ohio is like your number one spot if you got to pick.
Yeah, like because I think because it's like I don't get a say, like I don't get a say in what kind of work I'm going to be doing there. So I think I'm going to have the best outcomes of like the work being maybe like the least awful and the environment being at least something that I'm used to, because it's like just like a depressing United States town.
Right. I mean, honestly, like if you got to look out your little sex dungeon window and you see like a palm tree, I mean, that's you kind of probably are like, oh fuck, where the fuck am I? Rather than if you look out, see a flat field and like a steak and shake or something, you're like, oh, thank God.
And it's like they don't have those sex dungeons in Canton. It's like you're just like seeing, like you're looking at your like Motel 8. Right
off the highway. Yeah.
But like if you're going, it's like, ooh, I'm going to New York, I'm going to see the sights. No, you're going to be seeing the sights from, a 1x1 air vent that is like the side of an alley or something like that.
Right.
In my opinion.
Honestly, I think that there's a lot. You've clearly given this a lot of thought, and I think there's a lot of sense to what you're sharing with us tonight.
Yeah, I have been. To be honest, I don't think I've thought much about it. I don't want to be a braggart or anything, but I think I can do a really good job just like jumping into these hypotheticals that Trav shared.
Trav, namaste. You really set off our caller on a path tonight, and I want to thank you for that. Thank you so much for TravCam0.
Yeah, maybe I should be, because it's going to be better then, right? Like, because I can jump in and I can like assess anyone. I feel like I can assess anyone's situation. You like tell me your situation, I can like jump into it and analyze it, and because of that, I know I'm better than everyone at doing that as well.
Interesting. So getting back to the theme tonight, which I was about to do, but you just did it for me. So you're just hands, what is it? It was your head and shoulders. superior to most people that you've met at jumping into these hypothetical situations. Other people might struggle. They might be like, this is weird. Why would you even think about that? You're there. You're ready to think about it. You do not ask any sort of questions that stop you. You're just ready to get in the pit, so to speak.
Exactly. Right? Like, if it's like I'm sitting there, I'm listening to Amelia talking about her miserable life that she lives. And I can just jump into that instantly and assess and be like, yeah, this is bad. If I had to choose between living Amelia's life and, I don't know, being like a child soldier in Uganda, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really think I also can assess what that's like for that child.
Right.
And say proudly, I think I'd have a better shot at having some sort of meaningful life as the child soldier. Because maybe one day I'd be the warlord.
100%. Can you imagine the like kind of? I mean, one thing that can't be that can't be overstated, right on the outset of the comparison between Amelia's life and the life of a child soldier in Uganda, is the sort of, and tell me if you know what I mean, that like the sort of cultural, social, metaphysical framework that provides people with like meaning to their life is very, very much alive and intact for a child soldier in Uganda compared to Amelia's situation.
Yeah, in my opinion, truly, it's more Lindy to be a child soldier. And are you familiar with that, to be Lindy?
I've seen the word, but I don't know what it means. Can you let
me? So this guy, Lindy Man, he's like the way in which you kind of like live most like man was when he first became truly like the Homo sapien, right? And became something other than just like an ape running through the woods. It's the Lindy Man, and it's this idea of like going on a walk is a Lindy Man type thing. I think it's a Lindy Man type thing to be a child soldier in Uganda. You're probably doing many of the things that we would do so closest to our self at that moment of evolution than Amelia. Right? Who's just like living just as there's just a screen. Right? Like that's it. It's just a screen.
Right. I mean,
that's Amelia's life. And DoorDash. Or maybe picking it up, I don't know, but I assume DoorDash. And like that's it. That's not very Lindy.
Right. Okay, I see what you're saying. So the child soldier in Uganda is eating like probably like, I wonder what their diet's like. I'd imagine it's better than Amelia's.
Like not as much calorie, right? That's the issue. But in terms of like, if you were getting the same like pound for pound calories from that food, 100%.
Also, what do you think is more? What's more desperate? You know, the child who's given like a dirty, filthy stimulant, his muscles are taut, and is holding an AK-47, right? Do you think that's more desperate than logging into a VR chat and then it's not popping off at the VR bar and then wanting to just like end yourself? What do you think is more desperate? What do you think feels more desperate?
I don't even need to answer that question. You've made it self-evident just by saying it out loud, right?
Right.
Does the chat need it spelled out for them?
I don't think so. Chat, do we need this spelled out? Would you rather be a 12-year-old with an AK and some filthy stimulants being given to you by a warlord? I went on VR chat last night, and man, that shit sucked. Yeah, so Amelia in chat, I went on the VR chat bar last night, and man, that shit sucked. Let's get a poll. No, that's a really good. Let's get a poll. Let's get a nice little poll.
I mean, I feel like I've given the definitive answer. If we need a poll, I guess. But
I just want to see what. This is. Really, honestly, it's just going to be funny to make a poll. I know what the answer is.
That's fair.
We all know what the answer is. What's worse, Amelia's life being a Ugandan child soldier. Damn. Hold on, I gotta play games with these character limits. Whose life is worse?
Oh, Mish, that's such a great comment.
All right.
You should pin your own comment there, Mish.
There we go. Chat, guys, we got a poll in chat. If you're on YouTube, come on over to Twitch for a second and vote. Whose life is worse, Amelia's or Ugandan child soldier? Ugandan child soldier or Amelia, whose life is worse? Now remember, materially, sure, but think about the subjective experience, right? The depth of misery and desperation, the depth of purpose versus purposelessness. What life is worse, Amelia's or Ugandan child soldier? What did Are you talking about this? Wait, what did Mish say that should be?
Oh, she said that she wants to go into VR chat and pretend to have phantom pain.
Oh, she will not shut up about that. She keeps saying that over and over.
That specific sentence?
Yeah, or this general sentiment. She's like, I want to go in VR chat and have phantom pain. Like,
just like pretend to have lost a limb and then tell people that her missing limb hurts. Is that?
Yeah, I mean that, or some version of you're too close to me. I'm freaking out. Like I have.
Right, yes.
Like I'm allergic to. There's this video of somebody throwing tomatoes at this girl in VR chat and shit, and somebody comes in. She has a phantom allergy to tomatoes. You can't do that.
Oh, I see. So not a phantom pain. Hey, people in VR chat, just so you know, in real life, I'm missing a limb, and it hurts as if it still is there. But rather, someone bumps into you in VR, and you act like they actually hit you.
Right. Chat has answered. Whose life is worse? Amelia's. Amelia's life is worse than a Ugandan child soldier. And I'll go ahead and say it. This is why she's such an effective explorer. She's such a strong explorer here, because she understands the depth of desperation. In many ways, it would take me years to rehabilitate a Ugandan child soldier to get that little guy to where Amelia's at right now. I'd have to be like, no. You don't have a purpose, or something like that. And he'd be like, what do you mean? I can't, what is the Ugandan accent?
No, I think that's good. You got something there.
What? High voice. Sandals. No. What do you mean? No, not a thick.
Yeah, no, it's like that, but it's more.
What do you mean? No, it's all jumbled up. It's really tough.
Yeah, you're
gonna. Can you give it a try?
But do you have a dialect coach?
No.
Okay, I would look into that. I think there's probably quite a few good dialect coaches in Chicago, but it would be. So, what is the phrase? What is it that we're saying? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What? Yeah, look at that. You got that clipped. What do you mean?
Yes.
What do you mean? Okay, there we go. Duncan did it. Is Mario Ugandan? Mario from the infamous franchise Super Mario. Pretty sure, not necessarily Ugandan, but I do believe he's canonically black.
Yeah, and actually, he's originally from Donkey Kong.
Oh, that's true. Actually, you're right. When you're right, you're right. When you're right, you're right. Namaste. What?
I mean, this is Twitch after all. You got to have a little bit of gaming knowledge to reach out.
Yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, that's all right. I think we got it. Yeah, that was.
Here's my suggestion, and I'm not the guru, but when you're done with this, go and listen to Nick Mullen's Like, put on YouTube, go to bed, put YouTube on your phone, and play like Nick Mullen doing an African accent for like 8 hours, and go to sleep to it. And you will wake up and you'll have it.
The only thing I remember I remember is the sandals bit. That's of a guy trying to sell sandals on Shark Tank or something like that.
I don't think I know that one. No.
Sandals. That's all I remember. Is like a Nigerian guy selling sandals. Namaste though, beautiful. Okay, well listen, this has been a tremendous call. Pepperoncini, listen, we had I was inspired luckily, but we had a dearth of callers tonight, even with such a high viewership tonight. Fidgety fools around, blessings and namaste, 18 months with Fidgety. With the first, I am currently on a diet to try to become Ugandan. What foods are you focusing on? I'd love to know the diet. Namaste, Fidgety. Also, we got someone coming in. Satankmo, blessings and namaste. Let's get it in with Satankmo. Satankmo, Explorer bus driver, also did not know that. Subscribing. Just beautiful subscription. Hitting that 6-month mark with Satankmo. Namaste to you, Satankmo. Thank you so much. Blessings and namaste. Well, listen, Pepperoncini, I appreciate you stepping up when everybody else was a little nervous, a little shy about calling in.
It's one of the ways it feels good to be better than.
Right.
Anyone who didn't call, literally
Namaste.
just better than you.
Literally, in this case, if you're sitting there like a little baby, sitting there, holding your little soft little penis, wondering, oh, is this the time I call in? Yeah, you just missed a huge window, and this is a flex, and you should feel worse then, and that should feel bad. Namaste, Pepperoncini.
I'm a baby. My penis is small, and I'm gay. Bye.
Absolutely, namaste, guys. So it's time for me to. I gotta take a little pee break. It's time for Leslie to take his pee break. Namaste, everybody. Stick around for the second half of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, but I have to relieve myself. But stick around for a couple words about my community of devoted light at patreon.com. Extremely exciting stuff happening over there, and I need you to be a part of it. I can't wait for you to be a part of it. Namaste, some postcards, all that stuff, some details about what is waiting for you just for a couple dollars a month. Namaste, guys. I'll be right back in just a moment.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing There are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning of starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, "Listen, I know your time is precious. Let me cut to the chase." But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here, looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light on Patreon.com. Where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials now available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing. My question for you is, are you a slave? Do you have the courage to acknowledge the very real abyss surrounding you and these mean little whores you go to school with? Caitlin, I truly wish for your suffering to be eased. But from the sounds of it, you are alone as anyone ever is in this situation. To me, it is sad that you had to experience this truth at such an early age. Downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, psychic romance. Reaching into darkness. Or the skeptic's gamble. Exclusive archival prints, such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, you might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Namaste, everybody. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Welcome on back. That was a couple words about my community of devoted light. Link in the chat for those of you that want to participate. Join it for, again, a couple dollars a month. A couple dollars a month. Go ahead. Is anybody in chat right now that received the postcard? I know you're in there, but is there anybody in chat right now that received the postcard this past, the Merry Christmas postcard? Another one going out. Another one going out tomorrow, actually. But Echoes Up on the Program only works. Echoes Up on the Program only works because of the fundamentals of reality that it's based on. Podcasts are worth the fee. So there we go. Stone Monster 400. The podcasts alone are worth it. So Stone Monster, a fan of the podcast. Is Doofus with us? Doofus enjoyed the postcard this past month. Doofus Dusseldorf, are you with us, brother? Podcast more like penis, says not me. So, okay. I don't even really know what the point of that was, so. And Robert Kopp loves the podcasts and the postcards. Loves them. Namaste. Communal vision real quick from Pedburancini. Podcasters are the true revolutionaries. Interesting. Podcasters are the true revolutionaries. Now, does anybody else think that way? Does anybody else have that popping around? The audio is a little behind the video. Yeah, let me pull it back. Let me pull the video back. How about that? I'll do it. Are we better? Is this better? Thank you, Space Cat. There we go. Yeah, namaste. Yeah, no, watching Mark Maron complain about Joe Rogan was interesting. Right? Did we see that, folks? Do we see the drama in the comedy community? The comedians are complaining about each other again. The likes of Mark Maron. The likes of Mark Maron going toe-to-toe with Joe Rogan. The ladies are, the kittens' claws are out. Big Warwick namaste. Big Warwick, blessings and namaste. Second month in a row with Big Warwick, and it has been a beautiful month and a half or so. With the method has cured my ingrown toenails. See, ladies and gentlemen, it works, and it works, and it works. Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I could call you tonight?
Hey, it's Amelia.
Amelia, welcome back to the program tonight, hon. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing pretty shit today.
Feeling like shit. Talk to me about that. Why are we feeling like shit today?
Just the usual, like same shit that I talked to you about last time, and also I had this terrible back pain, awful back pain. I don't know why.
Oh no.
It's been happening on occasion.
Yeah.
Like the past few months, and I haven't seen a doctor for it yet.
Oh. And how bad is it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Like 8. Like I can't move. Like I'm stuck in bed. I had to go. I almost went to the emergency room last time. I went to urgent care and I got like muscle relaxants. And this time I didn't really do that much, and I took them.
So it's maybe not muscular. Oh my goodness gracious! Now, is it upper back pain, mid back pain, lower back pain?
It's my whole back through like my tummy. It's real fucking bad. It's hard to describe how awful that pain is. I really thought like I needed to go to the emergency room before.
Doofus Dusseldorf says you need physical therapy. Your back muscles are underdeveloped.
Yeah, I could believe that. My body's like fucked. I like sit all day, every day.
Yeah.
Like I don't have anything developed.
Yeah. That's gonna cause a lot of problems.
Yeah, my body like a disaster, a ticking time bomb, something like that.
Yeah. So listen, perhaps Amelia, perhaps your call might be interesting tonight because our theme, as you know, is, let's pull it up on screen. Our theme tonight is it feels good to be better than. It feels good to be better than. Now, as we've discussed pretty thoroughly, we haven't gotten into details, but your life, leaves a lot to be desired. Let's just say that.
Yeah, 100%.
Lots of pain, lots of suffering, lots of misery, and not a whole lot of resources or avenues to better your situation, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So, be that as it is, there a way in which you are currently or have been in the past better than anyone in any way?
I thought about this, but throughout the day a little bit, trying to figure it out. And I wouldn't say that there's a particular instance where I necessarily feel good about it, but I do think there's ways that I feel better than others, or at least I feel others are worse than me.
Okay, this is critical. I was hoping beyond hope tonight that somebody like this would call up and get into this. So, guys, listen. A lot of you aren't rich. A lot of you aren't athletic. A lot of you will have hard, shorter lives. And it's very, very important that we listen to this technique right here. Because this technique right here is going to pull a lot of weight for you, especially if you're mentally ill, retarded, disabled, a woman, anything like that. You need to dial in on what we're about to hear right now. So maybe not better, like in an objective sort of general sense, but we're talking about better than some people you can think of, and that still counts. So let's get into that. How are you better than at least someone or a couple people that you can think of in your mind right now?
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people are like stupid as fuck, and I think a lot of people are mean-spirited as fuck, and I think a lot of people are boring as fuck, and I think a lot of people lack empathy, lack sympathy, lack depth. I think that like that you take the average person and like they fucking suck, and like I'd say I suck too. But you know, this is like something that someone told me yesterday.
You have just been terminated. Namaste. 872-205-9484. Hypercryptomatic said bye. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner.
This is
My name is
something
Leslie.
that I was told yesterday. You're the most pleasant suicidal person I've ever met.
Wow.
And I think that kind of amplifies it. I'm pretty nice still. I think about others. You know, I would even wager to call myself, like, intelligent. I think a lot of people don't really think about things very much. I think a lot of people don't ask questions about things very much. And I've had nothing but time these past number of years to sort of develop those muscles and to think and to explore, you might even say. Really immerse myself in a lot of things, and I think I'm very well adjusted for like someone in my position. I have pretty decent social skills. I'm pretty nice. A lot of people like in my similar position are like toxic assholes and suck. Like they're like awful people to be around. And I can when I go to a concert, I struck up conversation with people like in line and like at the show, and I had a good time. You know? And a lot of people will just fucking suck, especially in my own position.
Wow. Do you see how much work the mind does when backed up against a wall, as Amelia is backed up against a wall in her life? Finding a richness intellectually, intellectual superiority. Superiority coming from being nicer, being more humble, being more curious, being more sensitive. And holding these things up as a badge that you can say, I am better than someone whose life is much better than mine by virtue of the fact that I am sensitive, I am curious, I am interesting, I am funny, and I am smarter than them, maybe.
And you know, a lot of people like don't get challenged enough in their life. You know what I'm saying? Like I wonder, like, if I hadn't been through the shit I went through, if my life didn't go off the rails, I'd probably be like this lame as fuck person. Like maybe I'd be like, you know, happier and shit. But like I feel like I'd be a little more shallow. Maybe I wouldn't have as much stuff. Maybe I wouldn't think about the things and the world and people around me as much, you know. I wouldn't have as much of an understanding of everything.
And that's what you feel you have, an understanding?
I think I understand some things pretty well.
And in your darkest moments,
do
you cling on to this? Do you cling on to this understanding?
I wouldn't say it helps me, and this comes into here, like, I don't really feel good about any of this, you know?
And like all the things that you said, you know, imagine taking them away, what would you have? And then you'd have some real darkness to contend with, right?
I feel like it almost makes it worse.
Having those positive qualities?
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
I mean, like, you know, maybe maybe if I was stupider, was more shallow, maybe I wouldn't like be suffering as much. Maybe I wouldn't realize the gravity of everything around me.
We just got a question, a beautiful question. First of all, I can't believe this almost slipped my mind, but they raided right at the beginning of the break. But we are raided by Angry Scar and the Luke Man. Raiders, namaste, and thank you so much for being with us. Blessings and namaste to all raiders, especially the ones that are hanging out. Luke Man and Angry, I don't know if you guys are still in the chat right now. Namaste to the both of you. Namaste to the both of you. I love being with you. I love cherishing this time with you. Namaste. Namaste. Now, okay, so Combo Meal bringing up a tremendous point. A tremendous point. Combo Meal asked, does this person enjoy being miserable and depressed? It seems like it. Wow, how does that feel to hear? How does that feel to hear, Amelia?
I mean, just to feel to hear, nothing, because these are fucking random chatters on Twitch. I don't really give a shit. Sure. But in terms of an answer to the question, generally, I would say no. But I think I've developed a little bit of a comfort in it over time.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, this is
perverse.
There are few things. There are, and I mean this genuinely, I know we like to joke around here. There are few things, ladies and gentlemen, more powerful than the realization of how much you enjoy your depression, your anxiety, your misery. Enjoying the symptoms of being. The realization of this is more powerful than 1,000 therapy sessions, 1,000 coping skills, 1,000 worksheets, 1,000 CBT whatevers. These are ways, if you could realize, like Amelia just pointed out, that there's an extent to which she does enjoy, meaning we understand what you, when we say enjoy, we know what we're talking about. We're not talking about, eating Junior Mints and watching a Transformers film. I'm talking about something very specific. But the enjoyment of your depression, right? Very powerful stuff.
It feels weird to not feel an extreme misery, right? Like sometimes I'll purposely get myself to that state.
When was the last time you found yourself, like you kind of purposely got yourself to that state?
I don't think I purposely got myself to that state with the shit I've been with the past few weeks, but I've certainly purposely made it worse at times.
What was the time you made it worse recently? Tell me about it.
I mean, I think going on VR chat so much is partially me making things worse for myself. Yeah. Because I fucking hate VR chat, and it's bad for me. It's bad for one's mental health. And whenever I'm extremely depressed, I just go on it because I'm like, what the fuck does it even matter? And then you run into lobbies, you get called slurs. Nobody actually talks in a genuine way there. Nobody's trying to make friends. You have trolls, you have people trying to dog shit, jumping from instance, world to world, trying to find, a single semblance of a decent human being anywhere, only to find yourself in a public lobby listening to, some e-girl and e-boy who's, fucking, 18 with full body tracking because they spent, all their money of their part-time job from it, fingering each other in the public lobby, and in another year you have some stupid motherfuckers who browse 4chan too much, talking about how much they love the military and military formations and tactics and how they were sad that Russia didn't instantly take Kiev. And then you're sitting there, you're looking at yourself as an anime girl in a virtual world. As soon as you take this headset off, you're going to see your dark reality, your room that's fucking disgusting, messy, trash all over the place. Even sometimes, even when I'm inside of it, sometimes there'll be a little bug and it'll just show a little flicker, just for a frame. I'll see the reality peel behind the virtual facade. And there's few things more horroring in our dystopic society.
Well, Amelia, thanks so much for the call tonight. Namaste.
Of course, namaste.
Her mind creates. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hey there, it's me, Jenny.
Jenny, how are we doing tonight, sweetheart?
Bebop.
Bebop says Jenny. Bebop to you as well tonight on Jenny. Tonight we're talking about it feels good to be better than, right? Jenny, as one of our most powerful and you know, basically a little mascot that we have over here, you are an example, directly speaking, of the program working. So Jenny, talk to us about feeling better than other people.
I mean, it comes easy. I don't.
Yeah. In some ways, and your power.
Sorry, I'm just going through it. I'm just going through the feeling so much better right now.
You're feeling so much better right now.
Yeah, so much better than people.
That's what I was going to say. Well, listen, that's one thing that we those of you that have been with us for a while, we've seen different expressions of your power, and the part of your power is that it is so genuine, it is so honest, it is so seemingly effortless for you to be yourself.
Yeah, I feel like I just want to break my television and just buy another one.
Why the television? Why the television?
I think it because I enjoy it or something.
Fram, we are namaste. Sharing 50 bits. Blessings and namaste to Fram, we are. Thank you so much. 50
hey, Framsky. Yeah, feeling better than everybody else. Like I said, it comes very naturally. It doesn't really, which is interesting, Les, and I'm sure you can appreciate this. It doesn't make the road easier, though. And everybody needs to know that. It actually makes it a little harder.
Why harder? What's going on there? Because if I'm thinking, this is a powerful person, this person has embodied the program, put the program to work in their life hasn't gotten easier?
No.
Wow. Talk to me about that. Why not easier? What's going on?
Well, then you gotta look out for other people that don't know how to work the program, and then it's just it's like a burden. Let's be honest. It's a burden.
You feel the burden. You feel drawn to sharing what you've learned with other people, and it is a burden to you. Ladies and gentlemen, can I see some ones in chat if you feel burdened by people that are less than you?
Yeah.
Can I see some ones in chat if you feel burdened by people that are less than you? Namaste.
That's powerful. Look. Yep. Okay. You didn't even say what 2 meant. Everybody should be putting down a 1.
Yeah, I didn't say put down a 2.
No, there's what is 2?
Also, I don't believe them. I think they're being smart asses. I mean,
they're being
ornery little raccoons in the chat right now.
I hate liars. And I hate raccoons.
Christopher Miller's wife votes 1.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Smart.
All right.
Les?
Yeah.
Boobs, bro.
Friggin'. Talk to me about your ideal breasts.
I don't know. I didn't get enough time to figure it out.
Well, let's get lost in some tits right. Let's get lost in some boobs right now.
It just came on me. I don't know what that was.
Let's get lost in some boobs, right?
Yeah. Can I ask you a question, Les?
Please.
It's just two pals talking.
Yeah.
What's ideal for boys? Do they like? I feel like they say C's and D's a lot.
I mean,
the same way as
here's the thing. Whenever there's some sort of general statement about like what men want or women want or anything like this, these things are not real. These things are not. There are ways of like provoking and engaging. These things are not real, right? They say things to piss someone off or to attract a certain other someone. These aren't real, because in reality, you know, there's men that like the real little tits,
right?
Completely flat chested. Then there's people that like. Then there's fellas that like the the little handfuls. Then they got the big ones. Of course, people. Oh, men like big boobs. Well, I'm just saying everything under the sun.
Right.
Everything under the sun.
Yeah.
These generals aren't to be paid mind. The reality of sexuality is a lot more abject and disgusting and immediate than those kinds of things. Does that answer your question?
I mean, a little. What do you think about people joking about like doing number twos?
Joking about pooping in a sexual context?
Yeah, like I mean, if like you just have a pal and he's just like he just thinks it's funny to just say pee pee and poo poo when you're talking about something serious.
Oh, so we're talking about somebody who just likes to say pee pee and poo poo, like substituting words for like.
Right.
You said like maybe like I've got to go visit my mom in the hospital, and they might say I have to go visit my mom in the pee-spital. Something. That's
not even a good. That's not even a good one.
Hospitute.
We'll work on that.
No, we won't.
I'm gonna think about it.
We will not. Now, but is this an example of what you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get like a measure.
Mm-hmm. Wait, a measure of what?
Hey, Les.
Yeah, Jenny, what's up?
Would you do me a favor?
Please.
Have you ever scatted before?
Like in a jazz sense or in like a poop sense?
It's interesting. That's full circle. Maybe just a little jazz. Maybe just a little jazz. And you know I don't ask for jazz.
That's more intimate. That's more intimate to me than if I were to pull my hog out and jack off my penis on camera.
Come on, just boop boop dee boop. Just real quick. It's just easy.
If I were to do that, no, that is more intimate for me. The Mormon tradition of jazz scatting is more intimate to me than jacking off my penis and tugging on my balls right now on camera on Twitch.tv.
Beep, boop, bop, bop. Now that felt good. That felt good.
I'm sure it absolutely did. I'm sure it did for you.
I almost peed a little bit.
What?
I almost peed a little bit. And when I'm happy, I like that to happen.
Yeah, it squirts out a little.
Like if I just like, boop, 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 yeah, just like it makes me feel free.
You have little squirts. Yeah, we all know that.
Wait, no, hold on. No, man, no, I'm coming into. Oh, look, see, I'm talking so fly. No, man, like I usually only like pee a little bit when I throw up violently, but like now I'm just I'm falling into it. Like when I'm really relaxed and like, I be boop.
Like relaxed. Like you're talking about like it's the end of a work day. You get yourself a glass of water or maybe a juice and you sit on the couch and then you just let a little pee come out.
Yeah, but there's usually like either like I'll be singing really like loud for a second. Or, like I said, like I might scat. Not the number 2, just a regular scat. And it's freeing, man. It's freeing. Do you want to know what love is?
So Jenny,
have you heard that before?
No.
What? Yes, what? I'm sorry, what?
Jenny, one thing that I get questions, I get DMs all the time from people about you. Would you believe that?
Les, I believe anything you tell me, man.
I get DMs all the time asking me about Jenny. What's Jenny's deal, right? Because Jenny, you come in here all erratic, and I say that you're powerful, and then that confuses them. So like, what's going on? So I guess what I'm getting at is take us through your day, normal Jenny day, from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed. Because I think people are curious. They're like, how does this person live? What is this like? What is the context for this power? Take me, you wake up, where are you? What's the next thing you do?
I mean, do you want here's the thing. Oh, there's two versions of Jenny that has to exist, right? There's the Jenny that is going to wake up and have one of those panties, and have to put on like an underwater show. And then there's the Jenny that's going to go out there and slam ass. So like, what Jenny day do you want to hear? Because Jenny gets scared. Sometimes Jenny gets scared. And I'm letting you know that because I want people to learn from it, And I am powerful. I've run the gamut through the program. This is how you do it. So there's a scared Jenny, and then there's a scary Jenny. So, for example, tomorrow I have to be scary Jenny. So scary Jenny's clothes are laid out because scary Jenny doesn't have time to think about that in the morning.
Right.
Right, because the scared Jenny might be trying to creep around and blah blah blah, and so you have to be strong, and you go out there and you kick ass, and you scare people that come into your path. It's very important. I know I'm going to scare my coworker tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. I don't know what angle I'm coming at yet. Somebody's getting scared tomorrow. No doubt.
And why do you have to be scary? What's going on? How do you scare people? What are your methods?
Oh, Leslie, I've told you this before. Definitely when you talk to them, you want to stare at their forehead. Practice it.
No, and this makes them feel uncomfortable, I'd imagine.
Very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. The conversation that you don't want to be having with them, it ends much more quickly. It's typically brief. Because they don't know where you're looking.
Jenny, listen. I think, honestly, that in and of itself is worth its weight in gold. It feels good to be better than, and part of that is scaring people, intimidating people, establishing a power dynamic.
Immediately.
It's about as much as it is about an objective truth of whether you're better than them, superior at a certain skill. It also has to do with how they feel. And in order to establish that power dynamic, you're saying a simple go-to tactic that you use is that when you instead of making eye contact, you stare them right in the fucking forehead.
Yeah. They don't know where you're looking, dude.
Wow.
And they start looking around. Yes, absolutely, Les. Now, there's a lot of other things that we can do to make them very uncomfortable. I mean, for the women, like you're wearing like one of your best sweaters, right? But you forgot to put on a bra that day, and they can see through it. They're going to get uncomfortable. Men, your pants are too tight. Your pants are too tight. You look like a little boy that needs to be taken to the bathroom. That's hardcore too. That's hardcore. Because I don't like to always like come from a female's angle. That's what I've learned when I spread, the message, that you have to take everyone into account. You can do that. You can do that. Khakis, you put them on, it's going to make everybody uncomfortable. Both sides. Khakis for females, if a female's wearing khakis or a man's wearing khakis, already somebody's asking what's up with them.
Pleated or not pleated?
Oh, bro, if you want to go hardcore, you pleat those bitches. He's got pleated khakis on.
Pleated.
There's a lot of questions.
Wow.
They're confused.
Jenny.
Yeah, Les.
Listen, you're one of those explorers that I feel like we could chop it up all night. Me and you just sitting here. We could run a whole. Laser Focus doesn't know what pleating is.
What?
Now, Laser Focus, we're talking, so listen, a pleat, listen, you can find out. You look up a pleat and you'll see their power. Pleated
Definitely
khakis.
Google it.
Definitely Google pleated khakis and you'll see how powerful they can be.
We're going to be busy all night.
You are.
Probably even tomorrow. You might have to call out of work.
Yeah. Wow. Jenny, listen, sweetheart, I know we could talk all night, but it's getting to be that time. I want to thank you for how generous you've been on your call tonight. You were dogged about getting in. You termed Amelia. You termed Amelia, and then she beat you on the callback, but you didn't give up, did you?
No, I didn't, Les. I didn't.
You didn't.
And Les, I just want to say one thing.
Yes.
Bebop.
Bebop. Bebop.
Forever.
Namaste to you. Hey, Bebop right back at you, Jenny.
Hey, bud. Love you, bud.
Love you, bud. Namaste.
Namaste, Les.
Namaste. Namaste. Good call. Great call with Jen. Great call with Jen. Feels good to be better then. Namaste. Beautiful stuff tonight, guys. Absolutely gorgeous stuff tonight. There was a rough call with Angry Mike earlier tonight. That was a shit call. That was a bad call. You know, not all the calls can be good, as you all know. And Angry Mike gave us a real fucking stinker. No, lines just closed. Lines just closed. I was wrapping it up. This is the wrap up. Barb, what's up, Barb? Namaste. Shout out Barb Bay. Namaste to you. Streamer. Voice talent. Namaste to Barb Bay. Blessings and namaste. Great to see you, Barb. Pepperoncini's call was great. Angry Mike's was shit. Angry Mike's was shit. If you took a soft human turd and you smashed it into just like sort of a screen, like a window screen, and it came out and it like squished out through the screen, and then there's just like poop on the screen forever. You're never gonna get that out. That kind of vibe, like a year after you shove the turd through the screen and you can still smell it. Every time you open the window, you think you're gonna open up the window at the beginning of spring and get a nice little breath of fresh air with the fresh new air and the fresh spring, and it just smells like shit. It smells like this old shit. That is what Angry Mike's call left in my mind and heart. Really disappointing. That was really disappointing from Angry Mike. Angry Mike sometimes has a good call. Tonight was not a good one from Angry Mike. Not a good one. So if you're looking for an example of like what a good call and a bad call is, good call, you can pretty much take any call from tonight. Dez was an amazing call. And if you're looking for a bad one though, really look at Angry Mike's call. Go ahead and check out the VOD and underline Angry Mike and pretty much break down, transcribe the whole fucking call and just be like shit, 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 every word. Namaste. Beautiful stream though tonight, everyone. It feels good to be better then. We'll be back on this topic because it's perennial. It's perennial, but in the meantime, guys, we'll have a new one for Thursday. Brand new one for Thursday. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you to all of you in chat. Thank you to my moderators as always. I appreciate that. I used you guys a little bit tonight. Timing out Gelgoog guy who was getting mouthy. Timing out, I saw somebody time out Framweyard's main account. That guy's going to get suspended. But namaste to our producer, Framweyard. Thank you so much to the producers, by the way. Blessings and namaste to all the producers you see on the screen. Mother of Carp! You hit me right as I was wrapping up. Namaste to you, Mother of Carp. Thanks so much for being here. Blessings and namaste. Wow. Mother of Carp, thank you so much, though, sweetheart. Appreciate you being here. I was just doing a little wrap up. Come on in. We're going to find another stream. Of course, Laser. Of course. Ailerus, blessings and namaste. Thank you to my community of devoted light, whose names you see on the screen right now. Guys, for a couple dollars a month, you can get the podcast, the postcard, the music downloads, the etceteras. Hit me up on the damn thing right there. It's a link is below in the about section of the Twitch profile. I'll drop the link in the chat. But who should we raid? Let's get a nice little raid going. Mother of Carp, how was the stream over there? It's good to see you too. How was the stream? What'd you guys get up to? Also, who are we raiding? Can somebody tell me who to raid? Aristotle's talking about sex with the ant. Let's see. Oh, Blood Glow is not streaming. Chain, Blood Glow is not streaming. Aristotle's talking about sex with animals. That sounds good. Slum G1, Sumo. I'm waiting for one of these names to kind of like perk my mind up. Let's do agenda free. Is Larry here? Guys, let's raid agenda free TV and shout out Larry Pickle Jar. Larry used to come in here and talk about agenda free TV all the time, and we're gonna raid agenda free TV. Is agenda free? Are they streaming?
Propagandize to support war.
Oh god damn! Nipples just got.
Thank you, Grace God Epsilon. Thanks, Robert S. Jordan, for your support. Robert, thanks to you.
Soft as hell. Yeah, let's go
Thank you,
agenda
Robert
free.
S. Jordan as well. And Emilian, thanks Emilian for subscribing on Twitch. All right, I am wrapping up this live stream.
Oh, he's wrapping up.
Sorry I didn't get to everybody's comments, but...
He's wrapping up. We got to find a new one. Best thing. Affirmation for fellas, listen. If you're looking to tank a... Wait, hold on. Let's get another. Affirmation for fellas. The smell of musk. Weathered leather boots. That's for Bit Wars. Namaste. Pepperoncini's finding a rando. Pepperoncini's been throwing some randos in the chat, some like new streamers, and every time I click on the name that Pepperoncini's been finding, I'm like, shit, we should have rated that one. So I think we're gonna rate, here we go. Guys, this is a, we're gonna raid, they have two, guys, let's go do it. He's got two, smash follow, and we're gonna, Elmash PP. This is a Elmash PP. Let's do it. I already followed them. They got 5 people watching. I don't know if it's English. His chat is in Spanish so far. Let's go say what's up. I think he's mixing music or recording music. I don't know. But he's only got a couple people watching. Namaste, guys. We'll be back Thursday. I'll ask for another one to raid. Save your suggestions for on Thursday. I'll ask again. Because I'm kind of tired of raiding the same people. I want to raid new people. Guys, I'll see you all on Thursday. Blessings and namaste to you. I'll see you all very soon. Join the Discord, Twitter, and all that shit. Join the community.